last week, I had the pleasure of going to Washington, D.C. last week. Why did I say it like that?
When in Rome.
Oh, and I couldn't pack all of my excitement into one place, so my Muppet doppelganger Frederick Wobbelhauser went too. He was meeting up with an old wise master of his, Con Radical. Well, as wise as a Muppet can be. He has a Twitter account now. Getting something off the internet is like getting pee out of a pool. I can relate. I've definitely posted my fair share of info in the pool. Hashtag TMI. I'm getting so off track here. Anywho, I was extremely gratified to be one of 18 kids from across the country selected to come to the land of big white marble structures for a week-long workshop with PBS's Student Reporting Labs Academy. Welcome to Washington, PBS. Okay, right next to the land of big white marble structures. We were technically in Arlington, Virginia. Actually, we were in a tiny community inside of Arlington, Virginia. Shirlington. Shirlington! Shirlington is a magical place, where fountains trickle in the midst of brick road boulevards, a blue bridge leads to the PBS headquarters, bookshops and restaurants and independent theaters run rampant like rabbits shaking it up and rumming it down in the springtime, and free artisan breads are a thing. It's true. I've seen it. During the week, I got to meet some of the coolest people I've ever met in my entire life, and I met Judy Woodruff. This assortment of filmmaking geniuses were brought to you by Hawaii, California, Florida, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, New Jersey, Texas, Michigan. How'd that clip get in there? And we were all mishmangled together with the goal of creation, innovation, and education in mind. A laboratory full of generational insight into the future of media, high-velocity video production, and heated, and I mean heated, good old-fashioned Final Cut versus Premiere debates. Point is, it was broadcast nirvana. Praise the Roof! Thanks, Roof. You do a good job. I'm proud of you. So there we were, an impromptu community in Shirlington, Arlington, Virginia, America, the world. And as I often have been in the better moments of my life, I was struck with an overwhelming sense of interconnectedness. How small and how vast the world really is. A sense of interwoven-ecicity. For example, my group and I created a profile piece on a parkour artist in the area. He might actually be the coolest person I've ever met. I don't know. They're all contenders. He grew up in Maryland, where he first realized he had a love for movement. Far, far away from Royal Oak, Michigan, where a lanktastic Evan Gulock was born and realized he preferred not moving and instead became a writer and a filmmaker. And there we were, two very different people on this planet of ours, connected by a story worth telling. A guitarist, a ballerina, a rock-climbing family, a social injustice activist slam poetry group. The 18 of us collectively crafted meticulous stories on 8 ambitious and inspired individuals. Talented people we may have never met otherwise. And now those stories will be syndicated and distributed and transmuticated. And suddenly, people from all over are seeing these narratives and meeting these artists, separated by space and time, but not by heart and story. And I think news, in its best form, is just that. Dynamic and versatile, raw and bold and honest. Technology, of course, has had a big hand in this, but in the end, it's just another medium to embody and perpetuate an unstoppable desire for knowledge and closeness in this universe of ours that keeps getting smaller and bigger at the same time. My dad once told me that when he was a kid, he grew up in a neighborhood. Now, I'm growing up in the world. How awesome is that? Rock on, PBS. Rock on.
Come Radical! Get off! No!
I can see my house! Pictures of people holding up the memorial.
Okay.
Not working.
Took you out. It's probably I love a good workout. I'm getting kind of nervous. We're just about to go into the NewsHour studio. You know, I always had quite a news voice, but this is a whole nother level.